Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping safe and well through these really difficult times. Today I'm going to be doing some bacon with you, and because it's nearly Easter I thought we could do some mini egg cookie dough bars. So come on, grab your aprons, grab your chef hats, get your ingredients ready, let's bake. So first we're going to wash our hands. Make sure you wash them properly. Okay. So when I'm baking, I always find it really easy to get all your ingredients ready in little bowls so then you can just chuck them into the main bowl. So we're going to need 130 grams of melted butter, 150 grams of light brown sugar, and 50 grams of caster sugar to start with. Okay, so grab your big mixing bowl. Right, so we're going to melt the butter and pour that into your mixing bowl. Okay, once you've done that, you need to mix both your light brown sugar and your caster sugar into the butter. Okay, it might get messy, but that's always good with baking. Okay. Right, wooden spoon, and give that a mix. Okay, make sure there's no lumps in the sugar. And you want to mix it really, really well until all of the sugar and all of the butter is combined together. Looks a little bit of a gooey mess at the moment. Okay. You can beat it well, and this will help combine it. So it should look something like that. Looks a little bit like a grainy caramel. Okay, right, so next ingredients, we're going to need 1 large egg, which I've got here in this little pot, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so we're going to add the vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, which is there. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract going in. And 1 egg. Got that in. And again, give it a really good mix. Break that egg down. Give it a good mix. Once that's all mixed, it'll still look similar to before, but it might be just a little bit of a lighter colour and a bit more sloppier. Okay, this is the base of our cookie dough. Okay, next we're going to add 280 grams of plain flour. Now, I'm using gluten-free flour, okay, but you can just use normal flour. If you are using gluten-free flour, make sure you put a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum in it. This kind of makes sure the cake or the biscuit hold its texture and it doesn't crumble in your hands. So we're going to add 280 grams of plain flour, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which is optional. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of cornflour. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add my flour first, then I'm going to add my salt, okay, my bicarbonate of soda, if I can get the lid off, my xanthan gum, again, this is optional, but only if you're using gluten-free flour. And 1 tablespoon of cornstarch or cornflour. Okay. So once you've put all those ingredients into your bowl, give it a good mix. Okay, this is what is going to bring the cookie dough all together. Okay, and we might have to get messy in a minute. We might have to put our hand in to mix it all together because it's going to form a dough. Okay, but make sure you get all that flour mixed in well with the rest of the ingredients. Oh, mine's starting to come together, look. Okay. Oh, it looks yummy. Okay. Okay, I think mine's nearly there. Okay, so it will form a dough like this. Okay, you want it to be quite sticky and thick, and it will drop off the spoon at some point. Okay, the next bit's the best bit. Mini eggs. Who loves mini eggs? They're everywhere at the moment with it being Easter. Nice and yummy. Okay, so what I did, I crushed some of my mini eggs. I put them in a bag, and I wrapped the bag in a tea towel, and I bashed it with a rolling pin just to crush them up so that they evenly spread into the cookie dough. So put probably about 3/4 of the mini eggs into the cookie dough mixture, and then the rest we're going to save to put on the top once it's in the tin. So put them in. I've got quite a lot of little ones. There we go. I'm going to save these to put on top of the mixture. Okay, so now we want to put them in. Okay. Again, don't be afraid to get messy. If you want to get your hands in to give it a good mix, that's fine. I'm just choosing to use the wooden spoon. Okay. Make sure the mini eggs are evenly dispersed around the cookie dough mixture. Okay, right. That's looking really good to me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is pop the oven on. It needs to be on 160 degrees fan oven, okay, to preheat. Okay, so while that's preheating, you need to get a cake tin, something a little bit like this. It can be square, rectangular. If you want to use a circular one, that's absolutely fine, okay? And you need to grease it with some butter and a kitchen roll, and then line it with some grease-proof paper, baking paper if you've got it. If you haven't got it, that's absolutely fine. Just grease it lightly with some butter, and then you can put the mixture straight into it. Okay, so we're going to tip our mixture into our tin, like so. Oh, there's lots here. I might have to get my spoon. It's meant to be quite sticky. Okay. Make sure you get all the mixture out of the bottom. I think I'm nearly there. There we go. Pop that to the side. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to move it around your tin, okay? Again, you can do it with your hands if you want, okay? But just make sure it's evenly spread. Push it down into the corners. It can be quite difficult because it's quite sticky, okay? Ooh, super sticky this is. Okay, move it around, spread it in. Make sure it's evenly all the way around the tin, okay? You can always get an adult to help you with this bit if you're finding it a little bit tricky. Okay. Right. I think mine's in, okay? So it should look something like that, okay? So get the rest of your mini egg mixtures. and we're going to pop them, just pop them on top, okay, squeeze them in to the cookie dough mixture, okay, we'll sprinkle them over, okay, and then get your spoon and just press them down. There we go, okay, so hopefully it should look something like that, okay, however you've designed it, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to bake this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, keep an eye on it. It should be like nice and golden brown, and you can put a skewer in, and if it comes out clean, then it will be cooked. Okay, so pop that in the oven, and then I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so mine's been in the oven now about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's have a look, see if it's ready. It's looking good. Okay. So always make sure you use your oven gloves. Okay, so it's looking good. I think it's cooked. Okay, so it's nice and golden brown. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in the tin and we're going to let it cool completely. Okay, you'll probably find it's a little bit soft at the moment, so as it cools it will get a bit harder. And then once it's cooled completely, we will melt some chocolate and drizzle it over, and then it will be ready for us to eat. So I'll see you when it's all cool. Okay, so our mini egg cookie crunch should now be cool. I've taken it out of the tin and just put it on a chopping board. And what I've also done is I've just melted a small amount of chocolate in the microwave. You can use cooking chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate. If you've got any leftover chocolate bars in the cupboard, scrap chocolate, anything. So just melt a little bit of that, and then all we're going to do, this bit's fun, is just drizzle it over your cookie crunch. Okay? You don't need a lot of chocolate. There we go. Nearly done. Mmm, chocolatey. Okay, so once we've done that, we've got a nice cookie dough crunch with lots of chocolate on it. Okay, so then we're just going to cut it into slices. Mmm. This is looking very good. Okay. Okay, there we go. So what you can do now is grab a cup of tea and eat a piece of cookie crunch. Mmm.